everyone, I'm TJockey and welcome back to part 17. On our last tutorial we just finished up our achievements menu. I changed the colour of the background of these achievements so the text shows better. You could do this if you want. It's quite simple to do. Just change it when we set this up, the background of these boxes, just change it in the GUI. Now in this tutorial I've seen the load game. We don't need all this. We just need to say the player name, the current level. We also need a load game and delete save button, and all the rest of this information here can be in the player stats menu. So that's what we're going to be working on. Now in this, what we need to do is we need to create a new window. I'm just going to use this load game window ID. Put it down here, and that's 5 there, so it's 6 here, and I'm going to name this stats window ID, and delete this stats window rect. That's exactly how I want it. Now if we come down to the onGUI function, we'll say if underscore is stats menu is equals to true, then we want to display this stuff down here. So we want to have underscore stats window rect equals window background. Setting up exactly the same as we set up the other ones. Now we want to go to the bottom here, do another one, so public void stats display, say int underscore stats underscore window underscore ID. And that should be fine. Now if we go up to our load game here, we'll copy all of this here and put it in our stats. Now we've got everything here. This here on the other hand needs to be underscore stats window rect. We have this in the middle as well, so underscore stats window rect dot width divided by 2 minus 75, so it's perfectly centered. And here is underscore stats is stats menu equals false. And that's the stats menu done. We just need to go up to the new game up here, say player stats underscore stats menu, well, not start with the stats, is first menu equals false underscore is stats menu equals true. Now we need to adjust the load game now. So what we need to do is go into our load game. So we don't need the achievements or anything like that, we just need the current level. Now if we go up to our window, we don't actually need the window that big either. So if I go up to load game, I'm going to say screen dot height divided by 2 minus 125. That's alright. And then this one here, I'm just going to say it's 250 high. Don't need it to be too big, but still it's a decent size. Now I was thinking as well is that we're going to have a delete button. So what we're going to need to do is have the delete button we're going to need another window saying, are you sure you wish to delete this? So under here I want to declare private bool underscore AYS menu equals false. If we come down to load game, here we are. Then quickly here we're going to say if underscore are you sure menu is equals false. Then we'll display everything in here. And then we're going to say else. And we're going to create a little GUI window. So GUI.window, not window, sorry, GUI.label is a new rect. And I'm going to say 10 from the left, 60 from the top, 500 wide, and 25 high. And just do a little message in here. Say, are you sure you wish to delete the profile? And then we're going to say, I have a space, and I'm going to say plus, and then I'm going to do some colours actually. I think that'll be a good idea. So yeah, copy this. Do colour plus, and I'm going to say player prefs dot get string, and I'm going to say player name. Player name, and then I'll do a plus, and then speech marks again, and close out the colour. Now with that done, we need to adjust these buttons here. So we've got this button here, we just do a back button, so I'm going to center this as well, so underscore load game window rect divided by 2 minus 75, so this button's centered as well. Oh, dot width, sorry. There we go. This one's centered. Now what I need to do is I wish to create some buttons right now. So I'm going to create a couple of buttons, and this is going to be the width. So the width I do, well, I say minus 160 on both of these. And then the height, I don't want the height too bad, so I'm just going to 60 from the top, and then add 42 onto that, would be 102. Okay, so this is a load game, and this is delete save. Now under here we have the load game button. I just need to copy this scene manager and then put that in there instead, and I can delete this button off. Now on the delete save, I'm going to say I should just delete these two here. Just put underscore are you sure menu equals true. That way, if it clicks to true, this will disappear anyway, and it'll display this menu here. Now I'll copy the back button here, except this back button, on the other hand, will only go to the load game menu. So we say are you sure menu equals false. The reason for this is because if you do this, say if you say oh back out, so load game menu equals false, well it's just gonna get rid of load game menu. So the reason why I'm saying I'm doing a ball and I'm just tweaking the ball in here is so it can still display. So if we go back into Unity and I click play, don't have any errors. If I click load game, there we go, we've got TJunkie test level. If I click delete save, are you sure you wish to delete the profile TJunkie? If I click back, it goes back here. If I click back again, it goes right here. But I'm not happy with that colour, so that delete save button, I'm going to say red. And I'll just going to say red. That way the delete save is red. Now I'm also going to where's this back button? This back button in here is on the middle. So if I put this on the left, this back button on the left, and I copy this, and then put that there, and I'm going to say delete, confirm delete. That is button red. Now in here I'm going to say player prefs dot delete all. This deletes all your achievements, all your saves, everything. So it starts off blank. Now this is going to run into a problem, which I'll try and demonstrate now. If I click load game, and I've got here, yep, T-Jockey test level, I click delete save. It says you always run delete profile. I click yeah. Whoops. I need to put that on the right. Underscore load game window rec dot width minus 160. But I deleted the profile anyway. It's just the button kind of glitched a bit. Now, if you look up here, I've got current profile. It's blank. If I go achievements, I've got no achievements. That's fine. But if I go player stats, well, I've got blank here. And if I click load game, I've got this blank here as well. If I click delete save, I can still delete save. I delete a profile. Why do I want to do that? I mean, I've got no profile. It shouldn't display anything in the load game, and it shouldn't display anything in the player stats. Now, the way I get around this is first off, we're going to start with a little player profile in the top left. So here, if we say if player prefs dot has key player name, then it displays this window. If it doesn't, then don't display it. Now, in the load game, it's quite similar. We're going to say if player prefs dot has key player name, then you can execute all the code in here. However, we're going to come up with an error again because actually, yeah, we're going to come up with an error again. See, we need to do a little message, so we're going to say else, because if we click that load game now, if I demonstrate now, if I click load game, it's going to show me the window, but I can't get off this now. So we need to create a little thing. So what I am going to do is in the load game we have a little GUI label here. So I'm going to copy this, put it in here, and delete all the text because I don't need the text. And I'm going to say no saved game was found. Let me save that off. Now this back button here, I'm going to cut this from here and I'm going to place it outside this if block. And then I'm going to say on here though, if underscore is are you sure menu equals false. This will only display the menu then. So if I cut that and put that in here, so this back button will only display if this menu is false. So it's not going to display all this anyway. So because this is false, it's not going to display this to begin with anyway. So what we do, it's going to display this button anyway. So if we click play, the load game, the menu starts out false anyway because we have nothing. No saved game was found. We click back and it goes back here. Now player stats, we need to tackle that now. Hey, this one's easier. Now if we find our stats, under here we go if player prefs dot has key player name, and then we copy this, put that in there, and then we say else, and then we can have this same GUI label here because it's not using any special window positions. We could just copy that and put that in here. Now we could just keep this if block outside of this if statement, and this will display all the time, which is perfect for what we need it for. So I'll click play. You notice we don't have any current user up here. Click load game, no save game was found. If we click player stats, no save game was found. And in our achievements we have no achievements. If I click new game, click say my name is TJunkie, click create character, go back, I now have a current profile which is TJunkie. If I click load game, we've got TJunkie in test level, click delete save, we still got that there. Now if we go player stats, we have it all here. Now I've tested delete, save, delete, confirm, delete, no save game was found. And we've got no button here. So what we need to do is we need to go back all to our load game. After we've deleted all of them, we need to go underscore are you sure menu equals false, underscore is load game menu equals false, and underscore is first menu equals true. The reason for this is this will quit us all the way back to the main menu. So we click play again. We have no character, new game. Click create character. We now have a character. Click load game. We have it all in here, just like here as well. Click load game. Click delete save, and we did confirm delete. It goes back to main menu. Click load game. Player stats. Nothing again. Create myself my character again. If I go back in, achievements, I've got an achievement, and in player stats it shows that I've got an achievement there. Right, thank you all for watching part 17. In our next tutorial, what we're going to be tackling is we're going to be tackling the options menu. There's going to be 3 options. There's going to be gameplay, where your mouse sensitivity and everything I'm going to keep in there. We're going to have graphics options, which will include a field of view slider and also graphics presets, like just getting Unity's graphic presets and laying them out in our menu. And we're also going to have an audio, so we're going to have audio sliders as well. But I've been TJunkie, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.